This is the first nice day that we've had. So I'm starting up a video log for Project CMS. And what this is pretty much a video log covering what I've done to the car, what I'm going to do with the car, goals for the project, interviews with other Gtfour owners in my area, or any ones I run across while I'm traveling. And I'm doing this for other reasons too. I'd like to get better at using this equipment for video and editing software, and so get a little trade in there, and then just logging all the stuff I do to the car for my own personal use, and kind of to help drive me towards my final goal, which I may never reach. This car grows as I do, and it's grown with me over the years. I bought it back in 1999 in August. I've been hunting for one for about a year back then, and I finally found one. It was up in Michigan, and I flew up there. It was a great deal. At the time, it was hard to find any with less than 100,000 miles, and were, in fair shape. But I'd gotten lucky with this one. I only had 68,000 miles on it, and everything was perfect about it. I really enjoyed it, but back then I didn't know very much about cars. I mean, I had the basics. I could fix small things and do stuff, but my taste was still quite immature, and I was still growing and learning about all this. So here we are, not far outside of St. Louis. It's pretty rural where I'm located now. The roads aren't really that interesting up here. I grew up in East Tennessee, where it's a lot of mountains and twisty roads, and so I'm currently on the hunt for some new places to drive and take the car to test it out and kind of enjoy it. And as I explore these places, I'll take you guys along, and hopefully together we'll discover some new paths and things worth trying out. I was 19 years old when I got this car, and I was still pretty immature when it came to taste in automobiles and whatnot. I had an 84 Celica GT back then when it was a rear-wheel drive notchback, and that was such a fun car. And thanks to Gran Turismo, I actually discovered this car, and I hunted for a while to get one. But when I got this, I loved it, and after a while the modding bug started getting me, but I really didn't know where to start. I kept the car stock for a long time, but I kept having these ridiculous plans of changing out the pop-up headlights for something else, weird body kits, engine swaps, bi-turbo supercharger, just things that didn't make a lot of sense. And luckily the car's grown with me, and I've matured. I feel I've matured quite a bit in my taste in vehicles and what I want to do with the car. And I'm not trying to build a project that will be an end-all supercar. I'm trying to build something that I can enjoy, that suits me and the way I drive. I wanted to be able to go do an autocross or the track day and have fun driving back roads and canyon carving, but at the same time, I want to be able to put my kid in the back and throw some stuff in the trunk and take my family on little road trips and things like that. Of course, road trips that have fun roads. So it's got to be a compromise. I want to do what I can to make this car handle and have the kind of power that I need, and then from there I'll just worry about things, you know, a little bit of cosmetics. I've been working on some body kit stuff for a while, and I'm going to do some videos on that, and a little bit of engine work. I'm not more so interested in a lot of power. I've done a 3rd gen swap on this car, but I would like to maximize it and get the most out of the power band that I can, more than peak power. That's one thing I really enjoyed. I had a 350Z for a while, and it just had a great power band, and that made me fall in love with the car. It was the rest of the headaches the car brought that made me get rid of it. But I could have taken the easy way out. I could have, you know, taken that and built it up more. Or I could have gone and bought an Evo or STI or anything that already had a lot more power, but I decided to keep this because the car suits me, and I feel like it's sort of a reflection of myself as just an odd person, and it's somewhat unique and rare, and it's more of a challenge to try to build this car up. It's a great platform, and it's got a great engine, and it's got a huge racing pedigree, but the way it was given to us from Toyota, it left a little bit to be desired, and my goal is to sort of get what I wanted, what I desire out of a driving vehicle, and make this car meet those needs. Going back to the mods, I've done a lot to this car. It's not noticeable though from, you know, looking outside the car. I've done the RC bodywork, and other than that, and some wheels, there's not a whole lot different. Of course, the paint job, the car used to be super red, and due to a fender bender, I made a mistake and had the car repainted. That was a whole drama, which you can read about on all-trac.net. And years later, I finally got it repainted right. Now it is GT Silver Metallic from Porsche. I decided to go with a manufacturer color because I could match it easier if something ever happened. Also, I really like the color. I like how it changes based on the way the light hits it, different times of the day. I mean, it could be a gray car sometimes it could be a super bright metallic silver car. So I just really like the range. It keeps me from getting tired of it, plus it helps bring out a lot of the lines that are in the car. You know, beyond just the looks of what I've done to the car, my main focus has always been handling. Power is a secondary thing. I like having a decent bit of power, but I don't feel as essential is a proper handling car. And, you know, most of the money I've probably put into this has been into the suspension. I've done the TNHAs, rear sway bar, poly everything, solid mounts on some other stuff, Cusco underbrace. I've got the top mounts, but I'd like to switch those out for something that has a caster adjustment, just so I can get an alignment that I think will maximize the handling potential of this vehicle. The next thing that I'm working on, and I'm waiting for T3 to finish designing and making it, is extended ball joints, because due to how much I've lowered the car and the stiff suspension and all that, I believe I'm having some bump steer issues, and that is really the last thing I want to resolve on the suspension. Once I can get sort out the bump steer, I really think I'll be great there until the day comes that I can find a front limited slip differential. I'm going to do a little bit on the differentials for these cars. I've got a transmission sitting in the garage right now that I'm going to try to show some stuff, do a little bit of tests, to sort of end the debate on what has, you know, what type of all-wheel drive system the all-trac uses. There's been a lot of misinformation on the internet. I want to kind of show what is actual on this. I'm going to do some how-tos. this winter, and I don't have any special facilities, just a regular garage and your basic tools, and so I have to be somewhat creative at how I do things, and I'm trying to do it all on a budget. If you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comments, and once I have enough together, I'll try to do a video where I'll answer them. If you want to know about the car or any of the stuff I've done, I've got some videos coming up soon where I'll try to go over all the things I've done to the car and all that. Thanks for checking it out, and stay tuned.